Starting. Now you're live.
All right. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Sorry about we had some technical difficulties. Sorry we're just a couple minutes late. This is our fourth Hangout event. The first one focused on network design. The second one was on supply chain finance with Jim Rice and Jared Gensel. And then Yossi Sheffi was with me on the third one, talking about procurement, auctions, and sourcing. Today it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to talk about the case study that I wrote along with the whole team called Chef Yourself. And this is not for grade. This is just kind of fun to hopefully tie all the concepts that you've learned over the last 10 weeks to see how it might fit together. So I'll be discussing this with all of you and with Frederick, because he's the one who's been leading you through the whole course the last several months. So as in our last Hangout, we'll be using this main room of the lobby as an individual, and then we'll be using individual breakout rooms. And the agenda, pretty much the same. First, I'm going to talk a little bit, give a quick recap of the case. Then we're going to have a breakout session. Divide, just like you did before, into groups of no more than 10 people, and we'll tell you what to discuss. If you're on earlier Hangouts, you know that you can actually see each other and be seen by your peers. It's a chance for you to exchange. So if you always go to, say, breakout one, maybe you want to mix it up and go to another breakout, try to meet some new people. It's an opportunity for you to talk with everyone across the globe. I think we have at least a dozen, maybe 24 countries represented so far. That's a great thing. Thanks for you guys who took the time staying up late at night or ducking out from work for a little while to join us here for this. So during the breakouts, you'll spend about 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, and we want you to come up and pick one initiative for you to recommend to Wendy. Now, in the discussion forum, many of you wrote essays on what should be done and included like 5 years worth of initiatives of things. That's awesome, but that doesn't help Wendy. Because everyone knows that, fix the world, fix the culture. The question that we want you to focus on, what is the one thing that you should do immediately? Can't do everything at once. What's the one thing? So at the end of your breakout session, have one person from your team send a chat to the general group with your room number on it. So whatever breakout room you're in, 1, 2, 3, 4, have that, and then what you think her initiative should be, her first one. And keep it short, a sentence or two. Please don't write essays in the chat. After that, we'll all come back to the lobby and we'll try to discuss your suggestions and kind of have a debate back and forth. And we'll talk through and ask other questions that you can use to respond to us. And so you can certainly chat, ask us other things as we go, but please don't ask about administrative issues. Don't ask about graded assignments or the final exam. We're not going to answer them. All right, let's dive into the case. We wrote this based on some previous experience in some other companies. There isn't actually a company called Chef Yourself, but there are some very similar ones in the United States. A lot of you expressed the cost of these and what it would cost, but there are some similar services that would charge upwards of $60 to $80 for these 6 meals, right? 2 servings of 3 meals each. So this is very realistic. And a lot of the dynamics and everything are based off of experiences I've had at other companies. So we have Wendy Swenson. She's new to her job at Chef Yourself. She has experience in the grocery business, but not necessarily in any online businesses, which are a little bit different. And her challenge is to find a way to cut costs. They've dramatically increased. And if you look at the numbers, which hopefully you have, you see that the cost of goods, or the COGS, right, has increased about 20% over the last year or so. The kitchen operations, the handling and putting things together by about 25%, and transportation has almost doubled in the last year. We had lots of personalities involved. We had Raj Singh, the COO, who's kind of her boss and kind of owns all the operations. We had John Bush, that's visionary, the CEO, and he was trying to take the company forward and had some different ideas that we can talk about. David Durham, the CIO, if you guys remember him, he's the one who created the website and everything. He didn't have too much of a role in the rest of this case. Dougie Walsh, transportation director. He was the number 2 employee, the guy delivering out of his own station wagon for the first couple months or years. And now he runs the entire transportation area. Lisa Cross, the nutrition director, really the meal planner and the de facto forecaster. Eddie White, sourcing director. He's in charge of all the procurement of the raw materials. Becky Schick, the kitchen ops director. She's responsible for putting things together and really running the kitchen operations. And then finally, Linda Chin, who's the marketing director. Her job is to drive demand and really get increased sales, new markets, and kind of increase the overall revenue. So lots of conflicting opinions as to what should be done to fix the problem and reduce cost. Linda's new to the firm, new to the industry, this online side of it, and new to the people. So the question is, for you guys, what should Wendy do first? Anything you want to add, Frederick?
No, I don't think so. I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep track of the discussions, what's going on, the questions that you pose.
Okay.
And the initiatives that you propose.
All right. So let's, if we can, open up the discussion, the breakouts. And guys, jump into some breakout sessions. And remember, come back with one initiative and chat on and let us know which initiative and what room number you're in. So we'll give it about 10 minutes. Give you 10 minutes, then we'll come back and we'll see how the discussion goes. See you in a few minutes.
I'm joining one.
I'm going to join 3.
So you have to, did you stop the, go to the Google Hangout tab and stop